has been relatively injury-free this year, and Gene Stallings feels one of the reasons is because of playing on this excellent surface. This game is underway. This is Tony James. Out across the 30 to the 33-yard line where he's taken down, and Sleepy Robinson leads the way for Mississippi State. Robinson stops and pops it out to 43. That's Tredis Anderson. And Anderson gets a first down out to the 44-yard line. This whole secondary is good. Mark McMillan, interesting because he's just a little guy, 5'8", 155 pounds. He was the man who made the hit a moment ago. Robinson under pressure. And he's going to go down at the 40. Coming from behind to get him, Robert Stewart, number 34.
To David Palmer in action. You can bet they'll be trying to kick it away from him.
And thus Alabama's gone with two punt receivers. Chris Anderson, the other in there. Short kick that's getting a good Mississippi State bounce. Not pretty, but very effective from senior punter Mike Riley. It'll roll dead down there around the 15, and that's a 43-yard punt. Tank Williamson, their senior punter for Alabama, averaging just a little more than 40 yards a punt. With a line drive, Tony James, he's an excellent return specialist himself. Breaks one tackle, but not the second and third. But the Bulldogs will take over at their own 42-yard line, a 40-yard punt, an 8-yard return. On the first possession, Mississippi State got a first down on a pass to Tredis Anderson and then held. Ball loose in the backfield. Did Sleepy Robinson fall on it? Alabama's ball. John Copeland, 94, got on it.
Young man from Hines Junior College, John Copeland, picks it up.
Here's the pitch to Stacy. Wants to get outside, gets about 4. To the 33-yard line goes senior Saran Stacy. Kelvin Knight makes the stop.
A hamstring is usually not that serious an injury to a quarterback. You're more concerned about his arm, but Woodson runs with the ball a lot.
They hand off to the big fullback, Martin Houston. I think he got the first down, only needed about a yard, and Houston at 235 pounds can usually get you a yard. And sometimes you get the colors confused, but they're crimson and maroon. They're not confused between these two schools. Here comes 25-game Classic. After Saran Stacy hammers you a bit, they send in the junior, Derek Lassick, and he, too, can rack up some yardage. A gain of 10 on his first carry.
They got the halfback pass that they've used very effectively, and I'm sure that they're a little concerned about that.
Second down and a foot. Lassick got the first down. Trips and goes down at the 7.5-yard line. First down goal, Alabama. 8:32 to go in the first quarter. This will be a 17-yard, 27-yard field goal attempt.
Wouldn't have been such a drastic difference if you hadn't had All-American Philip Doyle here last year. And
Hank Green's kicking woes continue. So the Bulldog fumble inside Mississippi State territory results in a donut. Nothing for Alabama. This is third down 8 for the Bulldogs from their own 22-yard line. Robinson with the shovel pass. He gets it to the big fullback. That's Michael Davis. Runs for the first down at to the 33-yard line. And Tim, you and I have seen Mississippi State. 4:58 to go, first quarter, scoreless game. Bulldogs with that first down keep their drive alive. Robinson fakes it to Davis, then follows him up to the 39-yard line. Nobody said Sleepy was a fool. This is third down and a long 2. Robinson on the rollout. He's got running room. He tucks it in, lowers his head, gets the first down, but takes a mighty blow out there near the 45-yard line. On second down 6 from the 48. Robinson pulls it out, wants to go to the end. Has a man open, and it is complete to the 16-yard line to Willie Harris.
And it would have been a nice throw to stick it in there.
Chris Gardner, the kicker for Bulldogs, 7 of 7 inside the 40, but not this time, blocked by Alabama. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. The man who got it, Antonio London, blocked it. That's McMillan with the ball, but London, 55, got in there. Third down 6. Play fake to Stacy. Woodson under pressure. He avoids the tackle and completes it to Wembley out across the 40. To the 43 and out of bounds. First down, Alabama. It was a gain of 13. They spot the ball at the 43-yard line of Alabama. Inside 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Derek Lansing. Excellent outside speed. Out of bounds inside Bulldog territory at the 42-yard line. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. First down, Alabama from the 42 of Mississippi State. Here comes David Palmer. Look at his moves. Palmer first down at the 29-yard line. Tripped up by Kelvin Knight.
And he can play any position.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
We talk about David Palmer. We've seen Tony James create some excitement too.
Hank Williamson with the punt. James takes it at his 21. He's got some running room. Out across the 31 to about the 32-yard line. That's a return of 11 yards. Riley will now punt it away for the Bulldogs. Scoreless game, 12.5 to go first half. Gets away a good one with some hang time here. Anderson is going to get under it. Fair catch called for at the 26-yard line. And there Alabama will take over with 12:22 to go in the first half.
Barker's a junior from Trussville, and he injured his shoulder during the summer, or he might have been the starter from the very beginning.
Kevin Turner held just short of the first down, I believe, across the 35. Third down and 1. Actually, about 13 inches. Stacy gets about 280 inches and the first down. Barker pitches to Stacy. Stacy gives to Palmer. Looks for a block. Doesn't get it, but gets it on his own with a beautiful cut. Short of the first down, up to the 47-yard line, and here's Craig Sager.
As a man with back problems, I'd be surprised to see him back.
Stacy hit behind the line of scrimmage. Penalty markers go down at the point of the tackle. Keith Joseph led the way.
Holding. Offense is 10-yard penalty from the spot. Replay second down.
Second down, about 14. Hand off Kevin Turner. Big hole. Turner all the way to the 40 of Mississippi State. A gain of 23 yards for the senior fullback.
Good hustle by the Mississippi State defense.
Tank Williamson in to punt. Trying to get it to go out of bounds down there inside the 10. Gets it out of bounds at about the 10.5. Nice job by Tank Williamson, and the Bulldogs will have to take over the ball inside the 20-yard line. Only a 30-yard punt, but very effective.
And here's one of those instances where now you're thinking about protecting the punter more than you're thinking about covering the punt.
And remember, David Palmer's back there, number 2, leading punt returner in the SEC. He hands it off to Anderson to try a reverse on the coverage because so many teams spotlight David Palmer, but it looks as though the Bulldogs were well prepared for that. Somebody has to come up behind him and go, Robert, 60 minutes. Reads his head. Number 12, Woodson back in, throwing on the run. Oh, pass interference called, and I'll bet Tim doesn't think that's the call there. Harris came over Prince Wembley. Make them earn those catches.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They've got some big, high-powered people that'll just explode on them.
Second down. Stacy tries the right side again. First down. Inside the 30. Keith Joseph makes the stop finally. Wembley in motion on first down. Handoff, Turner. Big opening to the 18-yard line. Kevin Turner tripped up by Kelvin Knight. Woodson on the draw. Kevin Turner. Nice move by Turner to the 13-yard line. The first down marker is at the 9. So once again, the field goal opportunity. Alabama last in the conference in field goal productivity. This young man's looking for some success. Wide to the right. It remains a scoreless football game. 0-0 with 3:10 to go in the half.
Either he wants to throw the ball or he's having a problem with his arm. One or the other. I mean, it was given an arm motion to Watson Brown.
Let's see if he can throw it. Looked pretty good down the sideline. Great catch by Tony James at the 40 of Alabama. He played for a while there with Montreal Expos, as I recall.
Sure.
Second down 8. After 10 years, that's a first.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this could be gone. That's Stacey Harrison. Stacey Harrison started high-stepping and almost got caught, but he got in for the touchdown. Well, Harrison got the interception. A return of 63 yards. His shenanigans almost got him caught. Tony James attempted the pass for the Bulldogs.
Take the ball and, eat it. Don't throw it away. Don't put it in jeopardy.
On the first down, Robinson on the rollout. Throwing on the run. It's complete to Willie Harris, who's to the 45 of Alabama with a minute remaining in the half. Nice catch.
Alabama has both the best coverage, best man-to-man guys on a strong side over there. Big hit.
William Prince, the single setback, down at the 39.
Do something on that, Jerry.
Write your material. Power, a big Bulldog supporter, former player. Robinson, all kinds of time. Now he's going to have to just run. Can't find anybody. Now he's throwing it into the end zone for an interception. That's George Teague.
Teague makes the play as Charlie Davidson tries to tear it out.
That's going to be the last play of the first half. Alabama doesn't want to take any chances down here. They lead 7-0 on a 63-yard interception return by Stacey Harrison. Gene Stallings told us yesterday he knew this would be A, tough ball game, and B, a defensive struggle. Stallings going into the locker room with his Crimson Tide. Jackie Sherrill's Mississippi State Bulldog team came in here, and let's find out what Jackie Sherrill thought of that first half.
What works for Gene Stallings is to take the ball and run it down their throat. Inside, outside, every which way you can. Inside
on the first play. This time out to the 33 goes Kevin Turner, who had himself a whale of a first half. 5 carries for 51 yards.
Which is a little unusual since he coached for Landry, and Landry's a real finesse guy in the pros. So.
Second down 5. Saran Stacy wants to get outside and does this time. Finally turns the corner. First down 10 from the 42. Palmer split out wide to the left side. They pitch it to Saran Stacy. Takes it left, cuts it back up the middle. Penetrates Bulldog territory to the 49-yard line.
He's become a force in the SEC.
Third down, less than a yard. First down, Stacy takes it on the left side. Passing situation again. See if the Bulldogs come after him again. Big Keogh Coleman, pro prospect.
He looks like he's coming after him, doesn't he?
Woodson, they are coming after him. Down he goes, right at the 50.
And as you mentioned, Bob, a real pro prospect, someone that came from not being on the list to being near the top of it.
Almost got that punt. Williamson had to get it away in a hurry. He shanked it over to the right side. Let's see where they'll finally mark it. It's going to give decent field position to Mississippi State outside the 30. Only an 18-yard punt from Williamson.
2nd and 20 or 3rd and 15. I mean, it's just not that kind of offense.
Riley. End over end. Drives Palmer back to the 16. Fakes the reverse. Wants to turn it back upfield. Look at his moves. Got some blocks. David Palmer out to the 35. What an exciting young man. Tank Williamson. They're punting from about his 25. They're sending 10 guys out there. He gets away a cannon shot to Tony James. Fair catch at the 24-yard line.
That could be David Neal someday, right?
Yeah, I hope so. As soon as Ernie gets old, he'll get old in about 30 years. And the penalty flags come out on the 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Bill Goss.
Dead ball. False start on the offensive line. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Bill Sarton's gone from right guard and tackle to left guard, and so they're trying to find the right mix up front.
Whistle sounded before the ball was snapped. And some difficulties getting.
Ball, false start on the offensive line. Second down.
Second down, 19. Back to the 15-yard line. Robinson hands it to Michael Davis. He gets a couple or three. Not much more than that.
Strong grasp by Derek Oden.
Robinson's going to go to the air. Has a man open. It is complete for the first down to the 45-yard line. And that was Willie Harris with a nice catch.
Sleepy just puts it out of reach for everybody but Willie Harris.
Quick pop over the middle. It is complete for another substantial first down to the 34-yard line to Tony James this time. He's the one who threw the interception and was taken back for the touchdown. Here's the pitch. Williamson doesn't get much. Back to the line of scrimmage. Flags down after the tackle.
Probably going to call face mask here, I think. And he's running in, turning into a power back for him, too. Carl
Face
Williamson.
mask, 5-yard penalty. 5 yards from the end of the run. Repeat first down.
But it's enough for 5 yards.
And a repeat first down. The option again. Robinson turns it back upfield. Penalty markers are down, however. Robinson may score, but it might not count. Hold everything. He goes to the 5, and now another penalty marker at the 5.
Oh, his shoe didn't come off. Something came off. I don't know what it was.
There was a 5-yard face mask penalty on the defense, which is accepted. Half the distance from the end of the run. First down.
Robinson with the toss into the end zone for the touchdown. Tredis Anderson.
It's like one of those things in Terminator 2, you know, one of those little watches where it makes you appear in one place and that you're not really there.
That's going to go out of bounds, and they'll penalize Mississippi State. Woodson rolling and throwing. It is complete to Palmer. Broke the tackle. He goes to the 46-yard line. Coleman got him. The missed tackle came from Edward Williams.
He is always in the right place.
Here's the pitch to Lassett. He gets run over by his own man. Looked like the guard, William Barger, ran him down from behind as third down 1 from the 38. Lassett gets the first down and slips inside the 35 to the 34. Frankie Luster made the stop.
Alabama with 3 wide receivers in the game now, Bob.
Some pressure on Woodson. It's Keith Joseph chasing him. It is complete for the first down to the 22 to Kevin Lee. Alabama, third down 6 from the 16.5-yard line of Mississippi State. Kevin Turner with a nice move. He stayed in bounds, got the first down. It'll be first and goal, Crimson Tide. He was MVP at Titusville High School as a kicker. So he's apparently pretty good in high school. Let's see what he can do here. This will be a 23-yard attempt. Severe angle. Wethington hits it. Well, the young man comes in here. He wasn't even on the roster yesterday.
That umpire that was just in your picture, my old buddy Ted Davis, played with the Dolphins back in '70. He didn't call pass interference.
Tony James hit at the 20. Forward to the 22. Penalty marker down after the tackle, away from the play.
Holding by the receiving team on the return. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, back to the 12-yard line. So the Bulldogs have to start in the hole again. Well, it looks like arrested defense. Robert Stewart made the initial hit.
Former linebacker. He was an all-SEC freshman as a linebacker. Look out.
Robinson down at the 3. Bragg Greg Rockwell, number 41, led the way. Riley gets away a good punt. Palmer's going to take it with a fair catch at the 48-yard line of Mississippi State. A 43-yard punt by Riley. Now let's see if the Bulldog defense can rise to the occasion, as Alabama's did. Sharan Stacy wants to pop it to the outside. Lester is over there to meet Stacy, but not until he gets about 7 yards.
He does such a great job of setting up the run. You got to stay at home.
Second down, 1. Here's the reverse. David Palmer hauled down after he got the first down. 21 carries, 74 yards today for Surratt. Here he goes left side again. Cuts inside the tackles after they stretch it out and drives it to about the 31-yard line. Big conversion situation for the Crimson Tide here. Woodson wants to throw. Lester came on the blitz. They get it to Palmer. And Palmer is close to the first down, but let's see where they spot it. I think they're going to give it to him. We'll see Vanderbilt, a revitalized Vanderbilt team next week. Sharan Stacy to the 15-yard line. First down, Daniel Boyd with the tackle. Fake the reverse. Stacy keeps it. To the 6-yard line. Penalty marker, it's against Mississippi State.
Well, hey, yo.
And they'll spot it at the 3-yard line.
Can increase their field goal output by 40% in 1 quarter.
You see the severe angle. He drills it. Young man may have found himself a job here today from Titusville, Florida. I know Gene Stallings and these players are happy with that. It's 13-7 Alabama, 6:20 remaining.
Well, we got his daughter with us in the booth today. Young Amy is up here cheering for her Crimson Tide.
I'd say we got the best of that trade. Kenny Roberts to the 36.
That's the play that went for 61 against Auburn in the 4th quarter, right there.
Roberts in motion. Robinson has a man open. It's Tony James. It is complete, and James keeps moving to the 26 of Alabama. He dragged Teague and Harrison with him. Roberts goes in motion the opposite way. Handoff to Prince. Prince to the 18 of Alabama. He is close to about a yard shy of the first down. Harrison makes the stop. Roberts in motion again. Here's the shovel to Roberts. Gets to the 16, and that's enough for the first down. Here's the shovel to Roberts. Alabama ready for it. Loss on the play. Eric Curry made the stop back at the 20. Third down, 14. Robinson on the roll. Now he's going to turn it upfield. Robinson drives to the 3. That's a first down, Mississippi State. That's what Sleepy Robinson can do to you.
And they have had a problem in trying to secure the interior of that line. I mean, Alabama has been penetrating all afternoon.
On the option, they give it to Davis. He's near the goal line. No signal for the touchdown. Michael Davis, the 230-pound fullback.
Score on 4th down. You know, let that clock run down there.
Second down goal from 2 feet away. Davis didn't get in. Whoa, he was right at the door when it slammed in his face.
Robert Stewart is out of there. Now number 73, Nunnally, of course, is in there replacing him. They jump.
Everybody pointing at everybody. Everybody arguing down there about whose fault it is.
Incredible.
But it comes back to the 6-yard line.
Incredible.
He's on the move. Sprinting out. Alabama's got him hemmed in. Into the end zone. Picked off by Harrison. With 1:32 to go. his second interception of the day. There's Michael Montgomery, who jumped off sides, but as we were saying, Mississippi State is contending that he was pulled off by the Alabama defense. Nevertheless, the call was made, and this game will go in the books with 1:29 to go. Mississippi State out of timeouts. Alabama now simply has to run out the clock. From the Crimson Tide point of view, this will take them to 7-1, 4-1 in the conference, and they're right at Florida's heels for the SEC championship. Heck of a ball game, a defensive battle. And Gene Stallings and Alabama wins at 13-7. Jackie Sherrill, who played on the national championship team here at Alabama, coaches for the first time ever at Bryant-Denny Stadium against his former coach when he was a player, Gene Stallings. Almost had it. Big call at the end when Michael Montgomery jumped off sides for Mississippi State. Jackie Sherrill felt he was pulled off by a vocal deception on the part of Alabama, but that argument was to no avail. Alabama held him out of the end zone, and credit that Crimson Tide defense. It wasn't simply the call that kept him out of there. And Alabama wins it by a score of 13-7. No offensive touchdown today. The touchdown for Alabama was the 64-yard interception return. 2 field goals by a walk-on field goal kicker by the name of Matt Wethington, and that was the difference in the ball game. And let's go to Craig Sager.